Hello, fellow Days of Our Lives fans. It's your longtime Salem watcher here, the one who's been glued to the screen through every Kyriakis family explosion, every Horton heartache, and every twist that makes this town feel more like a powder keg than a cozy Midwestern community. After all these years, decades, really, I've learned one thing. In Salem, nothing is ever as simple as a heartfelt confession or a quick DNA swab. Secrets have a way of festering, lies unravel at the worst possible moment, and paternity tests? Oh, honey, they don't just reveal truth, they detonate entire lives. Today, we're diving deep into the latest bombshell shaking the foundations of Alex Kyriakis' world, the sudden return of Joy Wesley with a baby girl named Kelsey in tow. We've all been buzzing about this since Joy rolled back into town, and the big question on everyone's lips is what happens when that paternity test inevitably comes back. And the child isn't Alex's? Buckle up, because if my years of following this wild ride have taught me anything, the fallout is going to be explosive, messy, and utterly delicious in that classic Days way. Let's rewind a bit for those who might have blinked and missed a beat, though in Salem, blinking can cost you a whole inheritance. Joy Wesley, daughter of Craig and Nancy, first swept into Alex's orbit with that spark of chemistry that felt fresh and dangerous. Their fling had heat, but it burned out, or so we thought, when Joy discovered she was pregnant. Instead of facing the music, she lied through her teeth, told Alex and a very watchful Stephanie Johnson that the test was negative, packed her bags, quit her gig at Titan, and hightailed it back to New York. Classic soap exit, clean, quiet, and loaded with future drama. Fast forward to now, and Joy is back, pushing a stroller through the streets of Salem like she never left. The baby? Little Kelsey, an innocent bundle of joy, pun very much intended, who's about to turn her supposed father's newlywed bliss upside down. Alex has already laid eyes on the child. Stephanie knows the secret too, or at least the broad strokes of it. The tension in the air is thicker than Victor Kiriakis' will reading scenes. You can feel the storm brewing in every close-up, every hesitant glance between Alex and his bride. In yesterday's episode, we got a raw, telling moment that screams set up for heartbreak. Joy sat down with Jeremy, yes, that Jeremy, Stephanie's complicated ex with his own baggage, and laid it all out. She wasn't there chasing love, and she definitely wasn't after Alex's money or the Kyriakis empire. I'm not trying to trap him, she insisted, her voice steady but her eyes carrying the weight of motherhood. All she wanted was to give the father of her daughter a real chance to know his little girl, to see what kind of man he could be in her life, and then let the chips fall where they may. It sounded sincere, vulnerable, even. But in Salem, sincerity is often the calm before the Category 5 hurricane. Cut to the town square, that bustling hub where so many secrets have spilled out over the years, proposals, breakups, revelations that changed legacies. Alex, ever the decisive Kyriakis, with that Titan boardroom swagger inherited from his complicated lineage, corners Joy and lays it on the line. He wants a paternity test, and he wants it today. No more delays, no more uncertainties. He needs to know if this child is truly his flesh and blood before he upends his marriage to Stephanie any further. The look on his face? Pure determination mixed with a flicker of hope and terror. Fatherhood has always been something Alex craved in that deep, unspoken way, especially after the family chaos he's navigated. Joy doesn't flinch. Sure, she says calmly. Let's do it. Just like that. No drama in the moment, no tears or accusations. But we all know better. In Days of Our Lives, those straightforward agreements are the velvet glove hiding the iron fist of impending chaos. So, what happens when the DNA test results come back and the baby isn't Alex's? Oh, my friends, that's where the real story explodes. Imagine the scene. Alex pacing the sterile halls of University Hospital, Stephanie by his side trying to play the supportive wife while her own past with Jeremy looms like a shadow. The envelope arrives. The doctor, or more likely, some lab tech who's been bribed or blackmailed in typical Salem fashion, delivers the news. The probability of paternity is 0%. The words hang in the air like a death sentence. Alex's world tilts on its axis. This isn't just a failed test. It's the rug being yanked out from under a man who's finally trying to build something stable after years of Titan power struggles, family betrayals, and romantic whiplash. The immediate reaction? Devastation, denial, then rage. Alex Kyriakis doesn't do vulnerability quietly. Expect him to question everything. Did Joy lie about the timing? Was there someone else? Did she know all along? The accusations will fly, tearing open old wounds. Joy, for her part, will be blindsided too, or at least she'll play it that way. Motherhood has changed her. She's not the same woman who fled Salem. She's fiercer now, protective of Kelsey, in a way that will make her fight tooth and nail. I believe she was yours. She'll sob, or perhaps she'll double down with a secret of her own. Because in this town, one bombshell is never enough. And then there's Stephanie. Poor Stephanie Johnson, who's fought so hard for her happily ever after with Alex. Their marriage is still fresh, still navigating that delicate balance between passion and the baggage they both carry. She's already dealing with her own complicated history, PTSD from past traumas, including her turbulent time with Jeremy Horton. Now this, a secret baby that might not even be her husband's, throws their entire future into doubt. Will she stand by Alex as he grapples with the lie, or will old feelings resurface when Jeremy inevitably inserts himself back into the mix? Jeremy's already been chatting with Joy after all. Coincidence? In Salem? Please, let's expand on the ripple effects, because this isn't just about one test result. This is days of our lives we're talking about. The Kyriakis family will be in an uproar. Justin, Maggie, even echoes of Victor's ghost will weigh in with advice that's equal parts wise and self-serving. Titan Industries could see boardroom drama if Alex's distraction leads to mistakes. Xander and Sarah might get pulled in peripherally, offering that trademark DiMera Kyriakis snark while dealing with their own family issues. Joy's parents, Craig and Nancy Wesley, will rush in with their brand of chaotic parental concern. Nancy, with her dramatic flair, will turn every hospital waiting room conversation into a soap within a soap. My granddaughter deserves the truth, she'll wail, while Craig tries to play the voice of reason. The real drama queen here might be the question of who is the father if it's not Alex. Fan theories are running wild. Could there be a one-night overlap with another Salem-eligible bachelor? Timing is everything in these storylines, and the show loves to play with conception windows that conveniently blur lines. Perhaps Jeremy's involvement isn't just conversational. Maybe there's more history there than we know. Or could it tie back to some larger conspiracy involving Titan rivals or old enemies resurfacing? Salem never lets a paternity scandal stay simple. Remember the classic switches, the lab tampering, the "it was switched at birth" reveals? This has all the ingredients for multiple episodes of screaming matches, tearful confessions, and slow-motion montages of characters staring into mirrors, questioning their choices. As the news spreads through the town square, the Brady pub, and beyond, alliances will shift. Stephanie might find herself confiding in old friends like Jada, or even reaching out in ways that test her marriage. Alex, reeling from the blow to his ego and his dreams of fatherhood, could spiral, throwing himself into work, lashing out, or seeking comfort in dangerous places. Joy, holding her daughter close, will have to decide whether to stay in Salem and fight for some semblance of stability or retreat again, this time with even more emotional scars. And little Kelsey? She's the innocent at the center of it all, a tiny catalyst for adult chaos. In true Days fashion, we'll watch her grow up amid the turmoil, perhaps becoming a pawn in custody battles or a bridge for unlikely reconciliations years down the line. What makes this storyline so gripping is how it taps into the core of what keeps us coming back to Days of Our Lives: the messy human need for connection, the fear of abandonment, and the desperate hope that love and family can survive even the cruelest twists of fate. Alex thought he was stepping into fatherhood with open arms. Instead, he might be confronting the void of another deception. Stephanie's hard-won happiness is teetering. Joy is fighting for her child's future while guarding her own heart. Will the test results truly show the baby isn't Alex's, or will there be another switcheroo, another layer of lies to peel back? My prediction, after watching Salem weather everything from demonic possessions to corporate takeovers, this is only the beginning. Expect weeks of emotional fireworks, confrontations in the square, hospital room breakdowns, late-night scenes where characters drown their sorrows and spill long-held secrets. Friendships will fracture. Romances will be tested. And somewhere in the mix, a new romance or rivalry will spark from the ashes. If our predicted story unfolds the way these things usually do, Alex will emerge stronger, but changed. Stephanie will question everything she's built, and Joy will prove she's no longer the woman who runs away. Kelsey deserves a father, but in Salem, father is a title earned through blood, sweat, tears, and about a dozen DNA retests. Stay tuned, dear readers. Grab your popcorn, because the days ahead in Salem are going to be anything but ordinary. This paternity twist has all the hallmarks of a sweeps-worthy arc. High stakes, raw emotion, and characters we've grown to love and love to hate pushed to their absolute limits. What do you think will happen next? Drop your theories in the comments. Has Joy been hiding the real father's identity all along? Will Stephanie stand by her man, or will Jeremy's shadow grow longer? Until next time, keep watching. In Days of Our Lives, the truth always comes out. Eventually. And when it does, it rarely comes quietly.